Hello again and welcome to the second segment of this laser video. Now, the last video we drew up a quick test CAD and found the correct power setting and speed to cut these out. This video we're going to actually make a product. Another thing I wanted to clear up was I have a video out there that I make I think 20 or 30 key fobs in so many minutes, and I state that it's possible to make $2,000 a day. Now what I mean by that is, you're not going to sort of make 1,000 key fobs per day for the rest of your life. I didn't mean that at all. What I meant is that is one product that can be part of your product line. So you would spend 2, 3, 4 days and make a batch of a few thousand that you would have in stock and sell sort of 100 every couple of days or something like that, and then you would have another product, part of your product line, like I'm going to show you now. So you build a product line up, and maybe you would have 20, 30, 40 or 50 different products in your product line. And that is the way you make a business, and you sell on eBay or wherever. So you're not going to make a fortune on making just key rings or key fobs. So you have to build a product line. So I'm going to show you over the next year how to do that. So this is another small thing that would fetch about somewhere between $20 and $25 as a finished product. But this laser, this 100-watt laser, can turn out a few hundred of them a day. Okay, so we'll bring up Laser Cut 6.1 now, and I've pre-drawn it's just a little vase, and it's a three-dimensional vase. Okay, now as we cut it on the laser, I'll show you how it goes together. We're going to do a few things with this. We are going to do a few more things with this to prepare it. I didn't want to take you through the drawing process. The previous video shows you roughly how to draw directly in Laser Cut 6.1. So we'll zoom into this. It's just a general vase shape, and these two parts here, which actually came from these. Okay, you'll notice that the female part here, male part here. And what it does is you have one top, one bottom, and you connect the front and back together. And down through here, so you have a hole here and a hole here, what I'm going to do is put a test tube, just a science test tube that could be bought from a lot of stockists, and you can put a single rose in it or something like that. But here, what I want to do is I want to introduce some etching, okay, or engraving then. But etching would probably be more in line with the laser. So we're going to choose some simple drawings and put one on the front, one on the back, or sort of have two different drawings, so you can, if you get tired of one, you can just turn it around and have the other. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, now I'm going to show you the very simple process of preparing a photograph or a picture to go straight into laser cut. Now, whether it's a JPEG or whatever format the picture's in, it doesn't really matter. You have to change it to a bitmap. Now, a bitmap is pixels, black and white pixels. That's what the laser understands. Very simply, these programs are all free. This is a Windows Paint program. It's a Windows utility. And quite simply, what you do is you just drag and drop a picture in. It doesn't really matter what format it is, or at this stage how big it is. And this is just a line drawing. I'll show you. And it's a line drawing of a bunch of grapes on a vine. So what you simply do is you go into File, Save As, Bitmap Picture. So I'll put that as one. I'm going to save that to desktop. Save. And you go through the process and save all the pictures that you want to as bitmaps. Then you can bring them into laser cut. Right, you just simply then, let's just make this a bit smaller. Come to the import tool up here, import from desktop. I've got that one first, and we're going to resize that. In this case, you'll need the lock scale on. I'm going to say 100. Going to OK that. Actually, might want to go a bit smaller than that. Possibly 75. And you can actually place it with the arrows on your keyboard central. That's fine, I like that. And we're going to put that on a red layer. Okay, because this is a different action. This is going to be an etching. Okay, so we can come off that. And it's as simple as that. We'll just get another picture now. Import. Actually, I'm going to go this one here. Going to resize that. Quickly to it's okay. Now, this is just a demonstration. It's not going to be a finished artistic piece as far as I'm concerned. It's like I say, it's a demonstration. So we're also going to put this one on the same red layer, because then we can etch the two together. So now we need to alter a few things here. We need now to have the etching process take place first. So that is on the red layer, so that needs to go up to the top of the list, because don't forget, whatever is shown at the top, that's the process the laser will carry out first. So up, up. Okay, so there we've moved that up now to the top. And incidentally, in case some of you are wondering, this is the end product. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished, when it's cut out with a laser. And what you do, you get a test tube, place in like so, and you get your single stem flower and put in like so. Now this is $20, $25 at, well, you know, on eBay or wherever. Got to mark it. This can be another product in your product line. So having selected the correct type of job that you want to do, you bring up the wizard. Now, I know from previous experience 300 millimeters a second is correct for my 100-watt machine. Bidirectional. Now that means the laser is going to fire from left to right and from right to left, both directions. Engrave, blow-in. When you're operating a laser, you want to have the air blowing in the nozzle on at all times, because if it isn't being used primarily for evacuating the resulting debris, it's there to keep the lens cool. Because if you didn't have blowing on at all, you could end up damaging your lens by overheating it. Okay, so now we have to alter this setting here. Power level 1, power level 2. Now what that means is in grayer areas, okay, just think of it as a gray scale. So the minimum output of the laser and the maximum output of the laser, which would coincide with the different color differences, gray to black. So we're going to put here 20 and 35 is correct. Okay, so now we come to scan gap. Now this is the scan gap is when the laser moves in the X direction, the Y direction will proceed this measured amount. Now traveling at this speed, 300 millimeters a second, I know that the damage area, or the should we say the etching area of the beam is 0.9. So what we want to do is reduce this number, all right, to get good coverage. I want to, you know, I want each line to just very, very slightly butt up to each other. Okay, so we're going to alter this to 0.09. Okay, so that will ensure that each scan line, okay, butts up against each other, and you get very, very high definition there. top down. Now what that means is, it doesn't actually mean up here, it means down here. So I think it's a little bit of Chinglish. It means it's going to start scanning from this end and it's going to work its way back. Now you do need that because the airflow evacuating the material, debris and smoke, okay, is passing over that way. Okay, so if any of the debris is put back down, blown back down onto your material that you're etching, okay, you're going to burn it back off. It's a cleaner process. And what I mean by that is, if you see this, you see the smoke debris? Okay, this has been blown back down and it's attached itself to the surface here. And if you start here and work your way back that way, it will cut it back off. It just makes a neater job and less work for you to do. In other words, you don't have to clean it off. So that's top down. Nothing else here matters to us at all, so we can press OK. Another computer will, it's done it. It's actually computed that and it's done. So the next one is to cut out the black layer. Okay, so you etch first, then you cut your parts, your interior parts out, which this should already be set. No, it's not. What did we say? 23 millimeters a second. 42, and 40. If you remember, we worked all this out on the last video. And 40, blowing, always blowing. And that's all we need with that. And the same with this one. Basically that's done. Now, if you had a larger sheet, you know, a full-size sheet in that machine, obviously all you would do is copy array in the X, so you'd have 3 5mm gap, and it's easy as that. It's as easy as that. And if you wanted to fill the whole area with these, that's what you would do. It's as easy as that. You only have to do the one, then repeat the whole lot as many times as you like, as you can fit onto that the sheet or your material. So there's no great secret. You don't have to sort of redraw each one of these or anything like that. So we'll just get rid of these now. Edit, cut. Okay, so now we'll save this and upload it to the laser, and I will set the laser up and we'll cut them out. Okay, I've got that program now is uploaded into the laser. So now just set the nozzle to the start of that program, the 0 point here, and we'll just set it off and we'll see what happens. That's straight off the machine. So all I've got to do now is go and put this under the tap. And look at the clean cut. Beautiful. Very, very good reproduction. Very, very good etching. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and get a toothbrush and just get this staining off the parts. Perfect. And I'll put this together. And this is another art as well in using a laser, is achieving an etching without burning. What it's actually done is it's removed the top layer, or converted the top layer to a gas and revealed the darker bottom layer or next layer back without burning it off. So in videos to come in the future, I'll explain how to do that. So thank you for joining me, and I hope it's been, informative to you, and I hope you understand that all these items I'm showing you, whether it be a key fob or a little vase, these are objects that you can build up into your business model. You might have 50 or 100 different pieces to offer for sale, and you can make a very comfortable business, and even expand into a larger business if you require. So in months to come this year, we will be expanding on what we've learnt over these last videos, and I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you come and visit other things of interest in my videos, like wood turning, CNC routing. We haven't forgot about CNC routing either. We will get back to that fairly shortly, probably next month. Also CNC milling, converting a mill, Mark III, ArtCAM, Fusion 360, all the programs that operate these CNC machines, and of course lasers, and different shop jobs that I do around here that may be of interest. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. So bye for now.